The Buddha argued that everything depends on everything else. He says the one contains the many, and the many contains the one. That you can't understand anything in isolation from its environment. The leaf contains the sun, the sky, and the earth, obviously. This has now been shown to be true, of course, all around, and specifically when it comes to human development. The modern scientific term for it is the biopsychosocial nature of human development, which says that the biology of human beings depends very much on their interaction with the social and psychological environment. And specifically, the psychiatrist and researcher Daniel Siegel at the University of California, Los Angeles, UCLA, has coined the phrase interpersonal neurobiology, which means to say that the way our nervous system functions depends very much on our personal relationships. In the first place with the parenting caregivers, and in the second place with other important attachment figures in our lives, and in the third place with our entire culture, so that you can't separate the neurological functioning of the human being from the environment in which he or she grew up in and continues to exist in. And this is true throughout the life cycle. It's particularly true when you are dependent and helpless, when your brain is developing, but it's even true in adults and even at the end of life. Human beings have lived in almost every kind of society. From the most egalitarian hunting and gathering societies seem to have been very egalitarian, for instance based on food sharing, gift exchange. Small bands of people living predominantly off of foraging and a little bit of hunting, predominantly among people you have at least known your entire life, if not surrounded by third cousins or closer, in a world which there is a great deal of fluidity between different groups, in a world where there is not a whole lot in terms of material culture. This is how humans have spent most of their hominid history, and no surprise, that makes for a very different world. One of the things you get as a result of that is far less violence. Organised group violence is not something that occurred at that time of human history, and that seems quite clear. So, where did we go wrong?